In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips for getting headshots in Black Ops 6. So hopefully you can get a lot more headshots to get those camo challenges done, because at least to me, this is my first camo grind. Getting 100 headshots with every weapon has been a little bit time consuming. So you can speed that up a lot by even getting an extra 5 headshots per game, which hopefully this guide will help you do. And also, with skill-based matchmaking being what it is, I found that it's even harder to get headshots in this game, specifically with the Omni movement, when people are diving and sliding and doing all these crazy movements all over your screen. But these 5 tips that I'm going to share with you today are things I've come up with and done myself, and they're going to be really good whether you have high skill-based matchmaking or not. Tip number 1 is going to be use optics when you feel they are needed. So this can be anything from just putting a red dot on an iron sight you don't like, and basically just giving yourself a clean visual to line up headshots with, because some of the iron sights are very good and I personally like, and then there's some that aren't very good. They're a little bit tougher to line up or track the head with whenever you're going for headshots specifically. So just use optics whenever needed, whether it's a red dot or even you can use thermals with smokes. This is a strategy I did especially on my assault rifles, but you could use it for other things as well. But you can just put a thermal on with the smoke and then just look through the smokes, because there's a lot of people running smokes right now anyways, and it can make it hard to see and locate people. So by just using the thermals and the smokes, you might limit the amount of fire you're taking and give yourself a little bit more time to line up the headshots with the thermal through the smoke, because those people, unless they also have a thermal, probably won't see you right away. So it'll buy you a little bit of extra time to line up the headshot. The second tip, which is one I wish I had started doing earlier, I don't know why I didn't really think of it, but that's going to be running concussion grenades, because this is going to allow you to get easier headshots, because as we all know, if you find somebody AFK and they're not moving, that's always the easiest headshot to get. So using concussion grenades, especially on the smaller maps, can be very effective at getting headshots, because it's going to limit the movement that they can do so that they're not sliding around on your screen and moving and strafing, and it's going to give you that split second you need to line up the headshot and get the headshot on somebody that's a little less mobile than you, especially if you stun them and then slide out of their view where they can't really hit you as much, and then just get that headshot, because most of the time when you concuss somebody, they're not going to be moving too much at all, so you can get a headshot much easier. The third tip is going to be play smaller maps. A lot of people have been playing the face-off, which is very good and probably one of the best ways to get headshots if you're going for overall speed of getting them as quick as possible, because the smaller maps are going to give you more engagement opportunities and particularly close range chances at headshots. Whereas if you're playing a game mode like hardpoint on red card, there's many long angles in different areas of the map, and you're going to be running a lot to get to the new objective, and there's going to be a lot of downtime where you're not actually fighting people in close range where you're going to be able to get a headshot, especially if you're using something like a submachine gun or the shotguns or something that doesn't have a lot of range. Then having these close, fast, close range engagements is going to help improve your overall capacity to get a lot of headshots quickly. Tip number 4 is going to be to play hardcore in order to get one-shot headshots with weapons such as your ARs or your marksman rifles, or any weapon that does 30 damage or more, I believe, to the head will be a one-shot headshot in hardcore. So that's most weapons in the game. I don't think that's all of them by any means, but definitely your assault rifles, for instance. If you take those into hardcore, especially like the first tip mentioned with the thermal and smokes, you can just line up one-tap headshots as many times as you can, and you can even do that on the hardcore face-off, so you can still get those fast engagements and kind of combine all these tips together, even using the concussion, and that's going to really tie all of these together and help you just maximize your overall efficiency at getting these headshots. The final tip, number 5, is just a pretty simple one, but one some people might not think of, is just take advantage of enemies that are playing on head glitches. Some games, there will be enemies that just go to the same head glitch every single game, especially in face-off when it's a small map. There's a limited amount of like head glitches and places to fight from, so there will often be a certain box like on Warhead on the left side of the map, or whichever side you're on. There's certain head glitches that people are just going to constantly be going to, so take advantage of those, because it's going to be an easy way to line up the headshots, and it will most of the time give it to you, although sometimes the headshots seem a little bit bugged and just seems like it doesn't want to give you the headshot even though you shot them right in the forehead. But anyways, just take advantage of enemies on head glitches to get easier opportunities at hitting the head. That's it for this video. These are 5 really practical tips that have been helping me improve my efficiency getting more of these headshots done, because this is my first ever camo grind. I've never got dark matter or anything like that. I usually just get gold and call it there. So This has been my best 5 tips. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.